What's up? Hello. Ooh. What's up, gang? Hello. It is Wednesday, my dude, and I'm excited to see you all here. Quick audio check. Are we all good to begin? Excited. Audio check. What's up, gang? Excited. Wednesday stream. Let's go. Excited to see you all here. What's up, Suraj, Rakshit, Mayank, Krishna, Harshad, Rakshit again, Rahul, Kritika, Mojak, Nisheta, Anshul, Swapnil. What's up, guys? Hello, Himanshu and Varun. All of you here, welcome. This is our Wednesday stream. Why Wednesday? It's because it's Wednesday, my dude. How can we not do a stream? Wednesday is stream day. That's why. Today, we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. We're going to be vibing as usual. We're going to be talking a little bit about design, a little bit about the design industry. We're going to be, maybe talking about some ideas, discussing those. But excited to see you all here. And I think we're ready to get started. Hello, yo. Yes, excited to see this excitement. Dope. Let's begin. Let's begin. Where are we starting today? There's so much to talk about. Where are we starting today? Let me ask you that question. Where do we start? Because there's a lot to talk about. What's up, everyone? Okay, as usual, let's start here. C7, folks, C7 is in Q2. We're a couple days away from Q2, but I can let you know applications open sometime in May, right? May, June is what we had aimed at, right? Now, April starts. In April, we're going to be doing a lot more streams. We're going to be doing stuff like this. So, even if you have, if you're interested in these kind of things, even if you don't really want to enroll in the cohort, you're going to have a lot of fun in April. April is going to be our streaming month. It's the start of Q1. So that's dope. Keep an eye out on the website, keep an eye out on the Twitter, and we'll keep you posted. Okay. So number one thing I want to start with. Let's go here. Mm, Number one thing that we want to start with. How many of you have seen this? How many of you seen this? Let's see. How many of you seen this? Our most recent video that we put out. I don't even know if we should call it a video. Maybe we should call it a video essay, but I don't know. It's still something new. I think this was very interesting to make. Those of you who've been joining for the streams, I've been talking about this for a while. Like this video, we've said this video is coming soon, and finally it's here. Definitely check this out. For those of you who are joining maybe for the first time, this is what we do. We do these on Wednesdays. We're going to do these for a while, at least till the cohort starts. Um, if you really want to start from scratch, you want to actually get on this train, it's not too late. Just check out this video. We just started 3 weeks ago. One stream a week is what we're currently doing. This is where we started, Humane, where we first discussed a lot of these ideas. This was more of a casual stream. This is when we went little deep into HCI, also media, the nature of media, right? Social media, new media. Today, of course, we're talking about this. But out of all these streams, right, I just want you to recognize how this is a bit of a collaborative effort to actually get to this. The idea for this video was actually born on that stream when we were discussing and talking about these rumors, patents, and all this stuff with you guys. So definitely check that out. That's my first thing I want to just let you know. Okay, besides that, let's open up Twitter. Yeah, guys, I totally agree. I totally agree with Shaunak here. Yesterday's video, it needs a lot more reach. ठीक है, हो जाएगा, we'll get there. But do check it out. Do check it out or बैठो bro if you want to see it. Thank you, Siddharth. If you want to see it, sit down, aram say, it's not, it is a little nerdy, the topics we're talking about, but I think you'll enjoy it. No, not really. We did not. I didn't even think about that. Thank you guys. Glad that you liked this. So, what we're going to do is I was going to go to Twitter. Twitter, guys. Twitter. How many of you watching Succession? How many of you watching Succession? I just watched this episode yesterday. Although I tweeted this on March 27th, I finally got the time to watch it yesterday. And in fact, later in the stream, I'm going to be showing you a clip from Succession. That's why I have HBO Max opened up. Upper, you can see in the tabs here. I'm going to be showing you a clip from Succession to make a point, right? But anyways, keep an eye out for that, bro. Overall, I woke up on Monday and I don't know. I just felt like writing a nibandh, bro. I wanted to write. I just woke up and wrote this, and it might seem out of the blue, but let's talk about it, thoda sa. Okay. I woke up and wrote this, and kitne paragraphs hain, bro? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me? This is pretty long. Number one, I totally understand this, bro. I totally understand why the character limit was removed. It is liberating, Kritat. Very liberating. I encourage you guys to try it out. Try out the new character. Try out the new character limit. Twitter Blue. But are you guys ready? Should we jump into this? तैयार हैं सब लोग? One sec. Let me get my chats here. What was I saying? Balenciaga Harry Potter. Oh my god, guys. Balenciaga Harry Potter. Oof, I love it, bro. I just cannot get enough of it. Balenciaga Harry Potter. It just, and I'll tell you why I liked it, okay? I'll just very quickly do this. I'll get to the main point. The reason I love Balenciaga Harry Potter so much is because if you really think about it, to the organized mind, Balenciaga is but the next adventure, right? So let's get into this. Watch that video. AI media is getting really dope. And talking about AI media, I think some of you might have seen this right here as well. I should really take some effort to remove my tabs. But I'll show you this in a while as well. AI media is getting really insane. Guys, I woke up and I was like, Nibandh likhte hain, bro. Yeah, Nibandh. Thank you, bro. Thank you. E-Lafda arc. You know what? Yeah, maybe. But my point is, I'll tell you my experience, okay? Been doing these cohorts. Let me hide this. Should keep it open. Been doing these cohorts, as you guys know. It's been 3 years for me. I've of course also, been a designer. I think for me, maybe coming close to maybe 10 years, if I had to guess. I don't remember. I'll have to open LinkedIn for that. But I did not get it, guys. Let me be very serious with you. Being a designer versus being a founder who's working on a product which has to help designers, huge difference. Huge difference, right? Let me give you thoda sa backstory, right? When I think about what it's like to become a designer, I used to think about when I became a designer, right? When I became a designer, there was a certain thing which was, let's see, I'll show you guys this. I like to keep it audio visual, you know that. But let me show you just quick. When I was starting out, I really think about it from the perspective of when I was starting out, right? There was a time in the industry where I kind of did that, went through these experiences, worked at housing. Lovely team here, by the way, right? All of these guys all of these folks have gone on to do insane stuff, right? Those of you who recognize these folks, they're doing some insane stuff. But anyway,
to do
uh,
t-shirts and post
wait, hold on.
thing. So I first
You guys probably know this. You probably know this guy here. But the point I was trying to make
learned
is
design
this diagram.
mostly to do t-shirts and posters and
I just need a visual. When something like the App Store comes out, there is a new market that gets created. We'll talk about what a market is in this context. But App Store, when it came out, became very instantly clear that this device, as it's growing, smartphones might be the next big thing. A lot of companies bet themselves on it. Oh my God. We got an SC right here. Super chat 110 from Yash Deshmukh. Pixel Ke Pakode merch. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Folks, anybody else who wants to drop a super chat, let me know, bro. I will definitely answer any question that on super chat, 100%. I'll answer other questions as well, but super chat, I'll answer them with riz. Okay, answer them with a little bit of riz. The point here, when everybody has a smartphone, when there's a market created, which is app stores, people want to use their smartphones to do more stuff, right? What that created is not just the app store market, where there are all these apps that do things and they're competing with each other, these apps, right? On functionality, on features, on ease of use, convenience, the different things it allows you to do. But what it also creates is another market of the people who build this stuff, right? So these will be founders who are now, maybe past founders. They're looking at this and they're like, wow, this new wave that's coming up. Today, maybe they're looking at AI. But back then, it's like, whoa, this new wave that's coming up. Let's build some stuff. Founders, app developers, like programmers, designers, growth hackers, all these guys, they have a new market now, right? We're playing in the app store. Let's make something, right? Early adopter vibes feel a certain way. What does it feel like? It feels like, bro, there are fart apps on the app store right now and they're making money. There are, let me just say the bar is low, right? Any new market, it's a bit of a, let's get to this next thing here. It's a bit of a land grab. What is a land grab? It's like you want to be early, right? That's, of course, a lot of risks involved with something like this, right? It might not have gone this way. We are talking about smartphones. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff. There probably were people who bet their stuff on wearables, right? When smartwatches came out and they said, oh my God, it's all going to shift to smartwatches. That didn't end up happening, right? So it's a risk when you jump early. But anyway, the point I was making here is there's this whole market and this creates careers. My career was created, I'll be very honest, because of this, bro. Steve Jobs, you out there, bro? Thank you. Thank you. You made my career. Apple, you guys made my career, bro. I would not have gotten started freelancing if it wasn't for apps. At that point, let me just remind you, or not remind you, for those of you who might not have been there during that time, a lot of designers looked at the app store and they were like, bro, what is this? Like, इतनी छोटी सी screen के लिए हम बना रहे हैं. Like, we're designing for such a small screen. The real shit is in desktop application, guys. Desktop, that's real design. That's real design. What are you guys doing? Small screens. Nobody's gonna buy something on their phone. Do you remember this when your parents are buying something? They're like, हाँ अच्छे से बैठ के computer पे करते हैं, right? What is that? Early technology is very different from when it eventually takes its final form. But a lot of designers back then who were web designers, right? UI UX was not as popular of a term today. A lot of web designers said, guys, the real shit is desktop applications. You're designing for small screens, it means it's less powered. And what is this UX, guys? It's called web design. Haha. Like, oh, what are you talking about? UX? UI? Well, it's web design, guys. Web design is the shit. I'm sure a lot of you don't no clue about this, right? You're like, are you making that up? I'm not making that up. But when I was starting out my career, I'll be honest, guys, I did not want to design for web. I just did not like it. Mobile was so much more interesting. It had a camera attached to it. You could access location information. You could connect to your um contact book, right? There were things that you could do on your smartphones which you could not, right? Applications. The only reason I wanted an iPhone, to be honest, was to use all these new apps that were coming out. Instagram, for the first year of its operation, was only on iOS, right? These were new experiences that were being built. But, anyways, right? Just giving you a bit of a backstory. What do we come to next? What are we talking about? Let me just open chat. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Mm, slow mode, no spam. I don't think there's any spam right now. I think we're good. But let's see. Thank you for the suggestion. Daily live streams, no, bro. I let's just say a week later we'll do Wednesday. A week later we'll do Wednesday. Um, okay, guys, cool. Varun remembers this. Cool. So, in general, let me just say tech moves fast and there is a certain element of gatekeeping, right? But the point I wanted to make, the reason I started on this examples thing was, dude, things were very different when I was a designer. Things are very different now, right? But for somebody who got their start earlier, and listen, I'm not picking fights with any singular person, right? I have no interest picking fights with individuals. That's fine. I'm just talking about a particular point of view. Let's talk about the ideas, right? Let's talk at an idea level. Can we do that? We're not attacking anybody. We're just talking about this certain narrative that exists, that is harmful. Certain narrative that I don't think is true to the full extent, right? There needs to be a counter narrative. Let's just talk about that. We're not attacking anybody here. But the reason I woke up and I was like, let me drop 14 paragraphs, bro. 14 paragraph, 500 words. That's an essay, bro. On Twitter was because we've been running these cohorts. We know that being a designer today is not the same as it was before. And it was a realization, right? I could not have predicted this when I was just a designer, but now doing this, I have an appreciation, guys. I just have this understanding of what you guys are going through. And this is not something crazy, right? I can just call this research, understanding my users, understanding, you can call it whatever. But to some extent, I understand what you guys are going through. Let me just say that, right? I don't, of course, I cannot put myself in your shoes. But as a designer, for me, it's important to empathize with who I am designing for, right? Who are my customers, users? And the point is, guys, it's hard out there. I'm sure you all read this, right? Anybody want to go check out the replies, whatever, you can check it out later. I'm happy to answer any questions, by the way, if you want to. But my main reason for this, and I'll just tell you a quick, my main reason for this is there are designers right now, right? Whether they're part of 10K designers or not, who've done great work, but they're scared. They're scared of putting their work out. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's very normal. It's very normal to be afraid of putting your work out there. And it's a double edged sword. Let's switch back here. It's a double edged sword playing this game on the internet where you're posting stuff, right? It can go either way. But why is it double edged? Let's talk about that. Number one, anything you post online has a feedback loop. To put that in simple words, right? Without, let's just say, without product and design terminology, when I post something, people see it, it goes here, पढ़ते हैं वो, and they react to it, they reply to it, you see that reply, and that's a loop. And then the next time you post, you are thinking about what happened the last time I posted, right? So there is a feedback loop. There is a reason why sometimes online it gets very negative, the whole vibes or whatever. It's because people can just go on and on this feedback loop. But anyway, the double-edged sword is because the other side of this is if you don't post your work online, there is no feedback loop. That sucks. Pause right there. Design athlete, bro. Thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Pair character doing a classic mic drop. Guys, I'm loving this. Super chats, please keep it coming. Double edged sword, feedback loop. If you don't post your work online, maybe you are already comfortable with Figma. Maybe you already know how to make screens, apps, flows. Now, you don't have to be perfect, right? I'm not saying you are perfect at it, but you are not at zero, right? You maybe are at some level. Now, the reason most people stay at that level is because of the lack of feedback loops. So, what happens is if I don't post this work, nobody sees it. And so I don't get any response back. So, let's say I worked on it today. Tomorrow morning, I wake up. There is nothing new to tell me how good my work was. So, I have to either gather that motivation to work on the next thing, or I get distracted by something else that does have feedback loops, right? Just shit posting has feedback loops, right? You working on something, getting feedback and changing it, and now your work is way better. That's a positive, productive feedback loop. There's also destructive feedback loops, right? That don't go anywhere. My point is this: posting online can be scary, guys. Posting online can be scary, but you have to do it. Okay, one sec. Let's take some more breaks here. We got two more super chats. Amazing. Shafin, what's up, bro? Lifting some weights. Keep it up. Oh, fuck. I can't see the characters, guys. I know you guys are sending these stickers, but I was like, pear character lifting some weights, bro. I thought you were talking about that. I was like, how that pear shaped. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you, Rohan, for the super chat. How do you use if you were 20? I'll answer this, bro. Let's get to this later. Okay. My point is, it's a double edged sword. And since we geek out about, let's bring this up here. Since we geek out about product and media stuff every once in a while, let me drop you some information for today, right? To TIL, today I learned. What are you going to learn today? Warnock's dilemma. Rare, okay? How many of you guys know Warnock's dilemma? It's something to do with online posting. And I first read this in Ryan Holiday's book, and it's called Trust Me, I'm Lying. I first read about it in this book. But anyway, let's talk about Warnock's dilemma. It's a very interesting UX thing right here, right? I don't know what to call it. It's not really a law, right? It's really named by this dude Warnock, Brian Warnock, who was on forums. But this is a it's a concept that describes behavior online. Let me just say that. Why is it important for you to know this kind of behavior online? Why am I showing you this obscure thing? Because if you're designing digital products, you are designing it for people who spend their time online. They spend their time in the real world, but they use apps, right? On these apps, on Twitter, on Instagram, they have different behaviors. So understanding online behaviors is a very important feedback for you to understand how do you design better products, how do you keep the human in mind. But let's jump to Warnock's dilemma. What it says is, it comes down to this: if I post something, now there is this additional rule here, which is 99.1, which is on most internet forums, which is, you can think about this as platforms, whether it's Twitter, in a Discord group, only around 1% of users create posts, 99% reply, and 90% are lurkers, right? They just read. I'm sure a lot of you are lurkers. Nothing wrong in that, right? I lurk as well. Depends on the platform, actually. Some places I'm active, some places I'm not. But what it says, and the reason it was in Ryan Holiday's book, by the way, called Trust Me, I'm Lying, was because he talks about the idea of clickbait. He talks about the idea of clickbait and how the dark arts of exploiting the media. I didn't read this recently, by the way. This is um, a while back. But here's what it is. Let's say you post something online and nobody replies, bro. It could mean a few things, right? Either the post is so good that you wrote it and it needs no follow up. Wait, let me make this a little bigger. Make this a little bigger so you guys can read this. Let me improve the UX for you guys real quick. When you post something online, either the post is correct, well written, and it needs no follow up commentary, right? It's so good. And there's nothing more to say except, yeah, you might not get a response. You might not get a response. But if your post is shit, and it's so shit that people are like, bro, I don't even want to waste the energy or bandwidth. Like, I'm just gonna ignore this. These are two different things. These are very two different things, right? But from your perspective as the poster, it might feel the same. Like people didn't reply. Why did they not reply to this? Right? It could also mean that nobody read it. Maybe you were shadow banned or something like that, right? Maybe you just posted at the wrong time. Fourth is nobody understood the post, but सुनने में अच्छा लगा, bro. I don't know, but they won't ask for clarification, and then it's whatever, right? And finally, no one cares about the post, right? So anyway, what this tells you is this actually is the reason for clickbait, right? That's one uh, corollary that you can maybe draw from this, which is the reason a lot of media is made purposefully bad, right? Like you talk about viral content as BuzzFeed and Huffington Post, is because it needs to be it needs to be it needs to get a reaction out of you, right? And that's one of the reasons why Twitter sometimes feels toxic, because a lot of people, it's not that they believe in it, it's just that they need to go more polarizing to get a reaction from you. That's just the nature of algorithmic feeds that we are trapped in, right? So that's your little informational tidbit for the day. Although this is pretty old in the sense that they're talking from the forums time. So I don't know if there's actually 5 reasons, right? For example, Suraj says number 2 is false. People got too much time on their hands. Yeah, that's true. In fact, today, if it's nonsense, it's actually good. More people will reply to something that's nonsense because they want to correct you. And how do algorithmic feeds work? The thing that gets more engagement is probably pushed more. Why? Because the algorithm reads that as this must be good if people are replying to it, right? Or probably more people want to see it. Or from the perspective of the platform, this creates more engagement, right? Same way why thumbnails on YouTube, right? You have to kind of fill that curiosity gap to get people to even click, right? That's online behavior, right? This is not exactly UX or something. This is online behavior, right? A little bit of online psychology for you guys. But the reason I showed this to you is, I know this might not be the exact reason, but people are scared of posting online because anything can happen. And you might post something, and the response you get might demotivate you so much that for the next 2 weeks, you don't post anything. Or for the next 2 months, you don't post anything. And what that 2 months can sometimes mean for you is you lost that time that you could have, for example, maybe there's people hiring who need exactly you. They want your expertise. They want to hire interns. Maybe they want to hire somebody who matches exactly your skill set, right? You're not an intern, you have good experience. But unfortunately, if you do not have visibility, sometimes the discovery becomes hard. So please post online, right? Even if you're scared. And one of the reasons I also made this post is I'm sure you guys have heard of this phrase. It's called "Jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai." My point is, visual design is definitely important. Um, if you're a designer, take some time, get good at visuals. But I'll just tell you this from my own experience, from the experience of all these cohort members over the last 6 cohorts plus plus. Visuals is one of the things that takes time for you to get results, right? So early on you might not get it, but that doesn't mean you should not be active, or let that not be a demotivation for you, right? You will get good at visuals. In fact, I was having a conversation with one of you guys. I won't reveal who, but I was having that conversation, and the DM that I received was, "Hey, I'm not good at visuals, and I'm really thinking of actually getting out of design. I'm trying to leave design." Similar messages that I get from people that say that, um, I think visual design, I'm not born with it. Because when I think about my childhood, I wasn't really too much of a sketcher or whatever. My point is, yeah, it might seem like you need to be superhuman or have the superhuman level of talent, but the point is, visual design, just like any other skill, can be learned, but it takes time, right? So put in that time, and in the meanwhile, don't let that demotivate you. But let's look at some comments, and I have some more few more things to show you guys. Thank you, Abe. Good to hear that. No worries if you are not the right fit for the cohort. Totally okay. But hopefully you can still vibe on these things, right? Love to have you. Um, love to be able to do this. Bhel ki break na pixel ke pakode. Wow, wow. All the folks who are here for the bro streams, you guys know what date is coming up, right? You know today is March 29th, right? You know what that means. I don't want to spoil any surprises for you, but you know what that means. Just think about it. Rohan Arora, live stream request. How do you use GPT if you were 21 years old? Rohan, what I would do is not not be too crazy involved in what are the new chat GPT hacks that 99% of people don't know about. But what I would do is I'd just be aware. I'd be aware of these new changes. I don't mean be chronically online and read every thread, but some of these models, here's the thing. If you are trapped in this thing where it's like, oh, you're getting tired of new stuff coming out, you might not genuinely recognize the fact that something has changed. Like something really good. It's like wolf in sheep's clothing, right? If everybody starts making a thread on every single update saying this is insane, 99% of people don't know this. If everything is high priority importance and reels, threads, all the shit, then the real stuff you're going to look at it and be like, okay, maybe it's another small thing, right? So if I was a 21-year-old, I would try to separate the signal from the noise, and some of these tools are going to get really better. I'm just going to give you one example. One example I'll give you. With large language models, books can become coaches. What does that mean? Today, when you send a message to ChatGPT, there is a context window, right? Like you can't paste 5,000 characters. You can't put an entire book there, or you can't. There's a current context window, a certain number of characters after which it times you out, right? We're slowly getting to the point where you can put more and more stuff, right? You can, I think some of these later ones, you can now upload PDFs and things like that. You can upload your entire documentation, and it can, your code docs, and it can help you generate tutorials out of this stuff like that. But the interesting part is information age to intelligence age, right? For those of you who saw the stream and or the video, you know what I'm talking about. Intelligence age, one of the things that might just happen is you can actually pass big media. Like you can say, like, what's a book some of you like? Maybe I'll pick a very simple one, Atomic Habits. Now, Habits is maybe it's a great book. I've not personally read it, but you could just tell your assistant or whoever this AI assistant for you is, or advanced version GPT-4, GPT-5, when it becomes available, you could say, check out this book, and now I want you to help me implement this. And so, what I want you to do is every day in the morning, just send me a reminder about this. Every evening, send me a reminder to do a catch up or follow up. Also, make sure that this, that, and send me the most important highlighted paragraphs 2, 3 times a week. Also, I have a unique situation I'm facing at work. My boss said that we should do this, this thing, but I'm not able to do this. Based on the 5 books that I read last year, can you tell me how I should approach this? Can you just give me some ideas? That's a coach, bro. That is what I would do as a 21-year-old. That, even if nothing else, that's the one thing I would do. Okay, some more super chats. Design Athlete. Design Athlete has an amazing YouTube channel, by the way. Bhosle, you should go check out his YouTube channel. But if you're 20 years old, the knowledge you have today, what would you be doing otherwise? Would you still be drawing rectangles? I think difficult to know, right? But I would guess I would still be in a creative field. I would still be making something. The reason I was attracted to apps was because when I was growing up, that was the big new thing. And, you and I were attracted to new things. But I would do a creative field, bro. No doubt, right? Creative field, 100% sure. But with the knowledge I have today, 20 years old, I would definitely be doing creative stuff. So, very specific, I would be doing media, right? Whether it's live streams or, I don't know, reels or whatever. I'm not saying just make reels for the heck of it, but I would definitely try to figure out what's a good way I can do media, right? I think that's fun. That's the way media, to be honest, the only reason you and I are connected here, not Rahul specifically, but it's because you probably discovered this video or discovered something I put out, and that's the reason you joined the stream today, right? Media is top of the funnel for discovery, and why should only corporations use this for marketing? You and I as individuals, can't we do that too? I would do media, bro. And new media as a field is very interesting to me, right? In fact, those of you who are here for the previous stream, we in fact went through a new media textbook. Media excites me a lot. Okay, few more. Yeah, people do this, bro. W- Personally, put typos just so we will correct them. And the most funny thing to me, okay, this is LinkedIn behavior. Okay, real quick, have you guys seen CFBR? CFBR. That's the funniest thing to me, bro. When it comes to this, CFBR. You know what CFBR is? Commenting for better reach. I have nothing to say, but I want to promote this. I want to help you out, bro. It's like commenting for better reach. Think about that. Think about how funny it is to send a message, because that's how the medium works, right? Just look at that relationship between message and medium. It's so funny. Shit, guys. I think I'm missing some of the context for these. ABNUX GPT. Yeah, you could do that, bro. I don't even have to do that. You could just say, go to this YouTube channel, watch it, and let me know after you finish watching these videos. I'm going to ask you some questions. And then an hour later, it gets back to you saying, I watched it. What do you want to know? I would do that with so many YouTubers. Why not? Why just books? I would do that with YouTube. Correct. I would. That to me is different between information and, intelligent processing. Rusuja done. We will get a pixel ke we will try to do something. We will try to do something. Cool. Vibe अच्छा था post का. Good go. Good to hear that. Okay. I'm swimming in chats, guys. Sorry. Let me read this. Mm, wait for it, bro. AI is getting better. Didn't get a reminder. Let me check that. If you sign up on abnux.com, you should get a reminder. But अगर नहीं आ रहे लोगों को, I will check it. Okay. Live stream CFBR. Guys, please, LFBR the stream. Please LFBR the stream. You know what I mean? Like for better reach. In fact, when the stream is over, SFBR. Share for better reach. RFBR. Refer your friends for this better reach. Okay. ठीक है. Um, okay. I know there's a lot of question, guys, but I had a plan, a few things I wanted to go through today. So let's do it, okay? What's next? Um, Let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. I need to pull this up. Reading the chats in the meanwhile. How many of you remember this? I'm going to put it on screen. How many of you guys remember this? How do you guys remember this? But this right here, this right here was a t-shirt design we did. You know, um, one of the last times when we had some beef, I'll be honest, guys, not my favorite thing to start beefs because, as I said, feedback loops, right? You post something like this, and you're like, what's the thing? But anyway, this beef, this T-shirt says "fuck plagiarism, stay creative." This is callback, okay? But the point is, we had a similar beef, and we, as designers, we channeled that energy towards something creative, right? In the end, you guys, if you saw these tweets and you saw all this discourse happening, the main point I want to make to you, the main point I want to make to you is use this energy, guys. Use this energy. Use it in a productive way. Use it to get some work done, right? I'm sure some of you felt maybe motivated by it. Maybe you felt a certain way, right? The reason we made that fuck plagiarism stay creative was somebody actually ripped our 10K designer's website. This was, I think, last year. Some design school online ripped our website off, and you could very clearly say they copied it. A design school, that too. And what do we do? Like, dude, we can't do anything. Like, I don't have the time to go sue them or something like that, right? But what we did as a community was we made memes about it, right? We channeled it into some fun, creative activity. And that t shirt was a nice kind of reminder of that. So, Pixel Ke Pakode, guys, you know, in the end, I don't want to fight with anyone. I just want to make my point. I just want to be heard, right? And the fact that so many of you resonated with it means there is some element of truth to it, right? So, let's just take it as that. Take that as a reminder that no matter what's happening in your life, you want to take that energy and channel it towards something, right? You don't want to just be in that same spot. Now, let's go back to some technical shit, right? What I'm going to show you, and I don't know if I'm going to get, I don't know if this is okay to do, but I want to show you a little clip, and I'll explain what that is to you. Oh, fuck, you can't see this. You can't see the succession. Oh, okay. Let me just say, 24:45 is the is the goddamn timestamp. I wish I could have shown that. You're telling me I needed to torrent this and pull a clip up? Okay, maybe I'll post this on Twitter. Guys, keep an eye out. I'm gonna post this clip from Twitter, but I'll just play it and I'll read out what it says. नहीं यार, feel नहीं आएगी. And no spoilers. Yeah, there are no spoilers in this, but it would have been nice to make the point with that. Okay, I'll just do it without that. I'll post the clip on Twitter. Just in fact, video team, you guys are watching. See if you can help me out. Maybe if it's quick, I can post that. Let me know how I can share it. Yeah, I'll post it on Twitter. Okay. But the point is, um, I need to make this point in a different way. You guys understand markets, right? You understand how supply and demand works? This clip, Logan talks about markets. He says, what are people? What are people? Together, they're a market. The dating market, the job market. How do I disable hardware acceleration? So, Manu, can you just let me know how? The dating market, the job market, right? You and I, we grew up in India. You know, there's this competitive nature where you have to get ranks for certain entrance exams. I did that too, by the way. I wrote the JE and all this stuff. I wrote JE and all this stuff. But the point of markets that I'm making is supply and demand of markets. This is a very interesting point to understand as a designer. And this will help you because you are designing products. In a lot of cases, you're designing marketplaces that have supply and demand. Okay. Settings in Chrome. Thank you, Atharva. Let me try this out. Hardware acceleration. Did that work? Let's see. Let's refresh. 24:45. You guys can see the, I think, subtitles, but not the text. Okay.
I mean, what are people?
Right?
What are people?
Like,
They're economic units. I'm 100 feet tall. These people are pygmies. But together form a market.
okay, right?
What is a person? It has values and aims, but it operates in a market. Marriage market, job market, money market, market for ideas, etc., etc.
So everything is a market?
Everything I try to do, people turn against me.
Yeah, I guess maybe you guys saw the subtitles. But anyways, I'll post this as a clip, guys. Restart Chrome. Should I? Should I do it? Okay, let's try it out. Let's give it a shot. Okay, no worries. Let's try it out. Hmm. One sec. One sec, guys. I'm gonna put a. Let's take a break, okay? We're gonna take a bhel break. We're gonna take a pakode break, right? And we're gonna be back in just a minute. Do not leave. Be right back. Okay. Okay. Chalo, let's try that once more. And let's see if that works. If it doesn't, I can make the point without the clip. Thank you guys for waiting. Let's now give it a shot. Yeah, it's working. Now our next problem is that I hope this doesn't copy strike us or some shit, right? Stream might stop, but we like taking risks. So let's watch this small clip.
So everything is a market?
In a market. These people are pygmies. What are people?
Right?
What are people?
Like,
They're economic units. I'm 100 feet
Atakna
tall.
mat, bro. Atakna mat.
These people are pygmies. But together form a market.
okay, right?
Atak
What
gaya?
is a person? It has values and aims, but it operates in a market. Marriage market, job market, money market, market for ideas, etc., etc.
Did you guys get that? Understood? Understood what was being talked about? Are you still here? कुछ हुआ नहीं stream को? I hope that's good. So guys, let's just understand this. I'm assuming stream is still going on. You guys can still hear me. Okay. Let's understand this, right? In our last stream, we talked about the idea that there is a certain point of view from which we can look at everything as a machine, right? The organs inside us are these individual machines that don't know what's happening outside, but they have a very important role to play and they're playing together. This view, people are pygmies, right? But together they form a market, right? Individuals. This is the machine point of view, right? This is the machine point of view, which is you guys are units, right? That's the view that somebody who purely works in the area of machines, right? Whether that's economic machinery, you are in this case, Logan Roy, the CEO of a huge conglomerate, right? Equivalent of Fox News or something like that. Guys, watch Succession, by the way. It's a good show. What are my top 5 shows? I will answer that in just a bit if somebody asks me that. But let's keep going. From the point of view of a machine, people are units, right? From the point of view of a company, you have teams and you need to hire a certain number of people, right? These teams have individual roles, but they are all important, right? That doesn't make them less important. It's just their goal is to actually help the machine, to help the company you're working at, right? That's this point of view. Cogs in the machine, yeah, that's true. But the note here, the distinction is that every cog is important. One cog can set off ripple effects that affect everything else. So that's a machine point of view. But from a humanist point of view, you and I are not machines, right? We are humans. We have very human needs. Whether those are biological, whether those are emotional, whether those are relationship needs, right? We need other people to talk to exchange ideas with, to somebody to be there when maybe we're lonely. We need friends, right? We need, of course, somebody to pay us as well. That's of course exists, jobs and everything. But humans, we're not pygmies, we're not units, right? We are not just born to help this company get 1% increased revenue. That's not our purpose as humans. We're not born to work and only work, right? We need to enjoy our life. We have a lot of human stuff, right? That's the humanist point of view, right? I'm not going too much into depth. That's the humanist point of view. But coming back to markets, the reason it feels brutal, right? Market conditions, right? You heard of recession. Why? Oh, the market conditions are bad, right? That's the machinery that we operate in, the machinery of the world. You could call it capitalism. I don't want to go to that level. So the point here is you need to understand you're in a market. How is this related to this tweet, by the way? How is it related to this topic, this thing here? How it's related is that you and I, we're in a market, bro. And let me tell you this. Let me give you a very simple example. There is supply and demand in a market, which means, let's take a very simple example of you live in a small shahr, right? You live in a small city and there are 2 carpenters in this city and you need to get some work done. Let's say there's 1 carpenter in this city. You need to get some work done. You go there, you ask the carpenter, how much does this cost? And the carpenter says $100 an hour. And you're like, chonk guy, bro, $100 an hour for a carpenter? Right? But what choice do you have? Do it yourself, or there's 1 carpenter and that's the only shop in town, right? That's a monopoly situation, right? There is supply, but the supply is 1. And now in that town, every week you could have 10 people that need carpentry work done, right? That is demand. You guys following me so far? Supply and demand. Now, what happens when demand is greater than supply in this case? These people have to pretty much pay the carpenter whatever he or she asks for. If I say $100 an hour, my only option now is, okay, I either do it myself or I pay $100 an hour. Now, let's say the supply changes, the supply increases. There are now 2 carpenters in the market. And the second one says $200, right? Because they know that this is a supplier's market. $200. At this point, these folks will happily pay the $100, right? Why? Because those are supply and demand. So the point I'm trying to make here is there is a certain amount of elasticity. What is elasticity? It's that demand goes up and down. Oh, this hand is demand. Demand goes up and down, right? Let's say Diwali aa rahi hai, or spring cleaning or something like that. Suddenly everybody wants to get their house done. Demand goes up. Or recession fears, demand goes down. Now, typically these AI things, when you're talking about, oh bro, job chal jayegi, recession and all this, demand elasticity is sometimes confused as, bro, demand zero jaane wali hai. It's not going to zero, right? Demand, there's an elastic function, there's elasticity associated with it. Same with supply. So when you see gatekeeping, I know a lot of people like to use the term gatekeepers, which is like, let's say, very senior designers who, gatekeep. I don't think there are gatekeepers, to be very honest. But I do think every once in a while, knowingly or unknowingly, people can sometimes gatekeep, right? Ki bro, design actually mat kar, bro. Mat kar design, bro. Mujhe chahiye sare clients, right? Supply, the carpenter thing. There's a third carpenter who's just graduating from college, wants to become a carpenter, loves the thing, wants to make beautiful furniture or, products and stuff. What are the other suppliers going to say? Bro, mat kar, bro. Kuch nahi hai isme. Bhai, mat kar tu. Right? Hum kar lenge. Mat kar, bro. बहुत scary होता है. उंगली में, splinters आ जाएंगे. Don't do it. You guys understand what that behavior is, right? I hope that was an example. There is supply and demand, right? Now, suddenly, from a different town, or every year, when we look at designers, every year, some of you guys are graduating, right? You want to enter the industry. Industry can be any industry, but you chose design maybe because you like it. There will always be a certain element that feels like, bro, if you join here, it increases the competition and, I'm going to do what it... Maybe I'm not unknowingly doing it, right? I'm not evil or anything. It's just, guys, क्यों करना है design? हमें करने दो ना, like, please. Like, that's called gatekeeping, right? But anyways, supply and demand is a very important thing to understand as designers. We operate in a market, right? You can just play out these scenarios of what happens when supply goes up, demand goes up. Let's say new carpenters join this town, right, from neighboring towns. Now, suddenly you have 10 carpenters and 10 people every week who need this. Suddenly, maybe they can't charge $100 an hour, right? Maybe one or two of them say $50, $20, and the quality is great, right? That's how supply and demand works, right? So when there are a lot of designers entering the industry, a lot of people, not because they're evil or bad, right? And I'm not pointing at any particular people here. I'm saying this happens to the best of us. You might sometimes feel defensive कि bro, नए लोग आ रहे हैं, इन्हें AI के tools हैं, Figma कर सकते हैं, right? Figma is not a hard tool to learn. It's not difficult. Oh my God. Figma is not a hard tool to learn. It's not difficult. With ChatGPT, yeah, you can help with a lot of stuff. This other idea I talked about, the ChatGPT with books and YouTube videos, a lot of you will have really, really good resources available to you. And yeah, you guys pose a threat to somebody who does not want to learn ChatGPT, who does not want to learn AI, who does not want to learn Web3. Because they're comfortable. They have reputation, right? But that's your opportunity. Now, coming back to that first example that I took in the beginning, and there's no mafia, guys. There's no mafia. Sab karte hain, right? Coming to that example in the beginning, when smartphones came out, people who were already designers at that point, right? I'm just fictional scenario, people who are already designers took time to come and say, okay, let's design for smartphones also. A lot of people from that time still today design only dashboards, right? That's their specialty. And there's nothing wrong with that. But over time, you see all this. And guys, let's take a more real example. How many of you have gone to any AI tweet and looked at the quote tweets, and you will see artists, bro, shitting on it? They're like, bro, hamari jobs, how the fuck can you say that? Blah, 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 blah. You've seen that, right? You've seen how much hate AI gets and how these are taking away artists' jobs. It's not false, by the way. Maybe they are, right? That's a different discussion. I don't want to get into that. But the point is, guys, that exists. There is a market that exists. And overall, I'm here to help you guys, right? I am not in the business of creating designers, producing designers. You know, people are like, bro, you're running a factory, bro. Oh, bro, factory chala raha hai, bro. I'm just exaggerating for effect, guys. But it's a big compliment, bro. For a factory is... I have respect for factories, right? From the last stream, underneath the surface of our skin is the busiest factory in the world. But I look at it and it looks like calmness to me. It looks like everything is fine. The most busiest factory in the world. The point is this. If you guys really want to be designers, put the effort. Do it. I will always be here, right? I support supply going up. I am not really thinking about at all कि bro इतने सारे designers आ जाएंगे industry में कि bro मेरी job चली जाएगी. I'm not thinking about that. In fact, with AI, I should be thinking about that, because now when everybody can do visual design or this generating videos with AI models and stuff, I should maybe feel threatened. Suddenly, it's not designers anymore; it's everybody. But the point is, bro, you and I, we still live in this world and we will figure it out. Of course, things change. But if you're still here right now, watching this stream, 1 hour into it, clearly you guys are interested. And clearly so am I. Otherwise, why would I do this? So, let's keep vibing, guys. Let's keep vibing. Let's channel all this energy. Any negative energy, any thoughts, let's channel it into our work. Let's challenge that. Let's do our best, and let's not let the machine of Twitter, the machine of this existing industry, people fighting for this, fuck it, they don't exist. Think about how weird it is that now on Twitter you have to care about everybody's opinions. Bro, who cares? Let's work, right? Okay, bro, let's work. Stay creative. Mic drop. But I hope that made sense to you guys. And I know I took a detour talking about markets and all of this, but I wanted you guys to learn something. Very interestingly, this is exactly the kind of stuff that we talk about in the cohorts as well. Like, let me just show you a real quick one. Hold on. Oops, guys, I don't wanna... सीक्रेट चीज़ें नहीं दिखानी मुझे ब्रो. क्या है ये? Okay. This is a note I found from oops, didn't mean to do that. This is a note I found from 2021. But bro, exactly यही बातें करते हैं bro. Supply and demand समझो थोड़ा सा, right? Growth दिखाओ, अपनी body of work. 3 महीने, let's say cohort. Yeah, you get some assignments and whatever, but you keep working, bro. In the end, we give you a boost, we give you a network, you can talk to people. Quantity leads to quality, right? Eventually you get leverage. तुम ऐसे खड़े हो, you can lift the world, bro, with your work. And yeah, you can work your way up to success. Success. Anyway, I wasn't planning to show this. Let's go back. Got it, guys? Thank you. प्रेरणा देने के लिए धन्यवाद भाई. Thank you, guys. My pleasure, my pleasure. This is fun for me to do so. Sakshi Jain, good to hear that. AI को hate मत करो. Yeah, it's fun, guys. And do you guys remember in the beginning of the thing, I said I'm going to show you something we made with AI? I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, just give me a sec. मैं दिखाता हूँ AI, how fun AI can be. If you don't have a doomer mindset and if you have a positive, creative mindset, I'm going to show you how fun AI can be. We made something with AI. We're going to show you that right now. Heavy lifting, bro. Yeah, leverage. You know that thing which I was just showing you? Leverage versus hard work. AI gives you leverage. It helps you do more with less effort, right? It's like the equivalent of a lever. Lever से heavy चीजें उठा सकते हैं. Okay. Super chat from Asim. Asim, namaste, welcome. Tune in late. Fear of putting stuff out is real, even for experienced designers. Guys, 100% agree. And I'll get a little personal here. Those of you guys who've been following me for a while, you know I've not been active on Twitter. अभी थोड़ा सा अभी हुआ हूँ, but I've not been active so much last year. Or whatever. You guys probably don't notice. मैं बता रहा हूँ, I've not been too active on Twitter. क्यों? Because bro, this is a new thing for me to start 10K designers and cohorts run करना. It's very difficult. And मुझे जब लगता है कि मैं कुछ पोस्ट करूँगा ऑनलाइन और मुझे अगर नेगेटिव थोड़ा फील होने लगा, and if it affects me, then I'm not going to be able to do my job. Experienced designers को भी फील होता है bro, ये fear of putting out. You're right. Top 5 books. Bro, books तो मैं आज नहीं बताऊंगा. Top 5 books. But let's do top 5 shows. Top 5 shows. Not in any order. I'll just tell you 5. Top 5. Succession. Westworld. Rick and Morty. How to Make It in America. Mad Men. Beautiful shows. Web3. Ayan, that's how I pronounce your name, Aryan, whatever. You should check out our Web3 video. We have a Web3 video we did with Paul. Paul runs one of the most active, biggest, most prominent, if I might say, design studios in Web3, right? Amazing creative team. We've got some people from 10K designers who are working there as well. They're doing some dope stuff. Check that video out. I think you will like it. And then dive into Space Kayaks rabbit hole, right? They've got more content around this. Check that out. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys what we've been waiting for. People are like, Last of Us, no, not seen, not played. Mr. Robot, only season 1, season 2. I don't know if I watched the whole thing. South Park dekha to hai, bro. Like more than 10 years back now. But not top 5 for sure. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna do our reveal for today. Our reveal that we're gonna show you. Pixel ke Pakode. We made a rap song, guys. We made a rap song. Are you guys ready to hear this? We used AI. 99% of people who use ChatGPT do not know this. People who do not know this about AI. But you can make rap music. I'm sure some of you saw this reply here. अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा. Okay, this one. Eminem cipher. Right, this was a cipher. This was pretty good. Can someone add to beat to this? We did it, bhai. We did it. And we're going to show you that. Are you guys ready? We're going to vibe and we'll probably end the stream after that. Eminem wala. Yeah. Okay, ready, guys. Ready. I think this is dope. Beef ki baat aaye to it's over, guys. It's over. I hope you guys understood. I hope you learned something from this experience from this stream. But we're gonna rap, bro. We're gonna fucking rap, bro. Let's get into it. And I hope you like this. Pixel Ke Pakode, drop 1, preview. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. You ready for this? You guys saw it here first. This has not been shared anywhere else. Maybe बाद में Twitter पे share करें हम. पता नहीं, bro. Maybe not. Maybe this is only for you guys. But let's check it out. Make sure sound effects. Okay. Pixel Ke Pakode.
I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy, going crazy, I'm going crazy.
We get it, bro. Your company's specialist in shiny pixels in the business of making them dance, and that is on brand for you to poo-poo the status quo. But get off of my horse, stop engagement, farming for easy likes, and take a good look at what's happening in the industry. Today's generation and them designers has to fight much harder. Learn a broader spectrum of skills. Pixels can pakode bonnie here. Although while dealing with tech-defining paradigm shifts, they might just open their briefing tomorrow. So excuse me if we don't all have the luxury to spend our time adding attractions, animations, sparkles that you so dearly love. All while trying to figure out how to get our first design job in a rapidly changing industry.
I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do.
हाँ जी जरूर सपोर्ट करो नवा गाना
जरूर सपोर्ट करो जी
सपोर्ट करो
जरूर सपोर्ट करो हमारा नवा गाना. Hope you like this, guys. That's Pixel Ke Pakode number 1. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining the stream. Poo-poo the status quo. The way Eminem says Pixel Ke Pakode, bro. Never expected that. Never in my life. I'll be very honest. Never in my life did I think I would be here on a stream with 100 other people listening to Eminem say Pixel Ke Pakode banaiye. But that just happened, bro. Thank you guys. ज़रूर सपोर्ट करो नवा गाना. ज़रूर सपोर्ट करो. Spotify पे कब आएगा? ब्रो ये सिर्फ प्रीव्यू था. ये 1 मिनट का प्रीव्यू था. बड़ा फुल वीडियो बनाएं पता नहीं ब्रो. वैसे म्यूज़िक वीडियो सही रहेगा, बहुत सही रहेगा. और मैं ट्वीट भी करना चाहता हूँ बट मैं थोड़ा आपको पहले दिखाना चाहता था यहाँ पे. ज़रूर सपोर्ट करो नवा गाना. या एब्सोल्युटली. ठीक है guys. Thank you. We're going to do a quick outro. We're going to play this once more. And then we'll see you guys next Wednesday. All right? Ooh, not this one. Not this. We're going to play this one last time for you guys. Outro track. And then see you guys. Bye-bye.
I'm going crazy, I'm going crazy, going crazy, I'm going crazy.
We get it, bro. Your company's specialist in shiny pixels in the business of making them dance, and that is on brand for you to poo-poo the status quo. But get off of my horse, stop engagement, farming for easy likes, and take a good look at what's happening in the industry. Today's generation and them designers has to fight much harder. Learn a broader spectrum of skills. Pixels can pakode bonnie here. Although while dealing with tech-defining paradigm shifts, they might just open their briefing tomorrow. So excuse me if we don't all have the luxury to spend our time adding attractions, animations, sparkles that you so dearly love. All while trying to figure out how to get our first design job in a rapidly changing industry.
I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do.
हाँ जी जरूर सपोर्ट करो नवा गाना जरूर सपोर्ट करो.